So last time we saw some of the terminologies of natural language processing, right? So we will continue with that, but on a different line. So to learn the natural language processing rate, we need to learn computer. We need to have knowledge on English and some programming language. So we will see what level we need to learn English here. So this natural language processing, there are different terminologies for this one. It is called computational linguistic, human language technology, natural language engineering, speech and text processing. So you will see here this different terminologies for the same subject. So to understand and produce a language, these are some of the features which we need. So one is phonetics, like you know how that word sound. If the word is cat, it, that phonetic wording is there, right? So that is very much important in natural language processing because it is recognizing a speech. So to recognize a speech, it has to know that phonetics. The second is morphology, how the words are constructed from basic meaning units. For example, cat is the base word, cats we can say. So that how the rest of the word, or friend is a word, friendly is the morphological form of that particular word. Next is syntax. Syntax is how words can be put together to form correct. So a sentence should be syntactically correct, right? So the cat sat on the mat. So here the subject is cat, sat is the verb, and mat is the object. So that syntactical correctness of the sentence is must. Next is lexical semantics. What each word mean. For example, if someone is telling happy, that at in that particular context, we need to understand that particular person is having some pleasure. So that feeling, that word meaning is important. Similarly, compositional semantics, how word meanings combine to form larger meanings. These are kind of, we are telling a white book. So we are referring, it's a modifier word. We are telling white at the as a prefix to that book. Do you know who has written that book?
Which book? Which book? Come again.
I'm just telling a book. So we don't know, right? So unless someone specific,
So
for
she is
example,
actually giving a text which has to be understood, right?
yeah. So until and unless someone specify that this book is written by this author, they don't even know which book. So that also is a modifier. So we are combining. So when a book written by Juravsky, that will give you a compositional semantics. Pragmatics. Pragmatics is how situation affect the interpretation. Uh, if someone says, "Can you pass the salt?" From that word, what you understood? Or can you pass the book? So if a third person is looking at that sentence, they won't understand which book they are talking about or what is the context. But take the first example. Can you pass the salt? If some people are dining in a table, one person asks this question, then others will understand he is asking for the salt. Similarly, if we are in a group study and someone is asking someone to pass the book, they will know it's the book either kept at their side. So with that context, they will get to know. But if the same sentence is written, or when we are hearing during the natural means speech recognition is hearing and interpreting, right? So in that, it may not mean give that means if we take line by line without the context, it may not give a meaningful sentence. And the last one is disclosure structure. How preceding utterance, how preceding utterance affect the next processing of, affects the processing of next utterance. It is also similar to that contextual language. The first statement, we are telling multiple statements. If you take the second statement as is, it may not give that meaning. It has to be connected with the first statement to get the complete meaning. We will see in detail. So in NLP is a some hello.
No, I'm saying IR is more about images, video, and all that, whereas NLP is about the natural language processing, which is more of the textual information or how we speak, right? How we interact. Yeah, Veena, you can clarify.
Yeah, that is one way, but the other way is NLP is a process, whereas IR is the output.
Can you explain once again the difference between IR and NLP?
In NLP, what we will do is we will do the analysis. We will generate some output out of that analysis, and that output, from that output, we can do some information retrieval.
But
So NLP is just a step. So after, so image processing and all will come as part of IR, but NLP is also one process to retrieve IR.
then NLP coming first, then IR will come in IR process?
That's correct. In NLP process, output of the NLP can be considered as the information, means from that output we can retrieve the information. So in NLP, what we are doing, we are understanding the language, we are doing the lemmatization, stop word elimination, all those things, and then we will get some output. And from that output, we will get the inference. That is one part of IR. Like Praveena, you were talking, right?
Yeah, Veena.
So like Praveena mentioned, IR is a bigger area. IR is not only related to text analytics, it has other areas also. So correct, information retrieval from all the classes can come under IR.
All the classes means this is audio, video, text, all for IR is possible. But in case of NLP, only text you are meaning.
Now, text and video is also possible, right? The sound speech recognition we are doing. In NLP, we are doing the speech recognition as well.
Then what is not included in NLP, which is included in IR also? As per Pravina ma'am telling, no, IR is bigger area than NLP.
So object detection, right? That
Oh,
is not NLP. It is, but you retrieve information from the video or pictures
image.
or that, right? So those are all
Okay.
information still. So those
Hmm.
kind of information will be retrieved. I mean, you can retrieve a multitude of information. For example, video, I mean, face recognition, all those things, right? That can all come into IR because you can actually convert an image to image or a video or anything to retrieve information. Whereas in NLP, it's more about the natural languages. So it's more of phonetics and speech, right? It could be in the form of video, it could be in the form of audio, whatever, but it's more about recognizing that with respect to a context of what it is. So as Veena was giving examples, right? Let us take a very simple bot which we use on a daily basis, like the when we chat with the bank and all that, right? You only probably are you are only saying giving the account number, but then it knows that you have to log in into that account number, etc. That's I mean, that's more streamlined, but the chat GPT for that example, right? You don't, you type it, it understands based on what you are actually asking the question and try to answer. So those are the kind of things which will be covered in NLP because it's about, or like if you're chatting with somebody, you have already typed something in the first line. In the second line, you are not going to type the same thing and then continue the discussion, right? So you will type only the second part of the speech. Even for example, like in WhatsApp chat and all that, you will write something and then the next line you will write something else. So if I have to analyze that, I need to know on what context you are talking. Otherwise, my second line, if it is considered as an individual line, I might not have any reference, right? So those are what is considered in NLP. That's my understanding. I'm not uh, much into this area, but this is my understanding of the subject. Yeah, it's one area of, see, basically, I can't just say computer vision, but anything which should information. See, IR is basically information retrieval. So I should be able to retrieve information from anything. So when I looked at the syllabus, it looked like more of codec conversions and all those kind of things which was there. So I'm assuming that they're going to cover more on the more using like how to retrieve the algorithms which are related to image processing. That is what I've assumed. Yeah, Veena, you can take over.
So for example, if we take the Google search, right? When we type something, Google might be using the NLP processing to get the information. And finally, what we are getting is an application of information retrieval. That is one case. The text, if we take the text analytics, right, that is the relation between IR and NLP. But IR has a vast area where digital library, the multimedia processing and all will be means will from there also information can be retrieved using IR. Can we continue?
Yes.
So these are how the phonetics part, right? So same letter, but when it is there in different word, the pronunciation will be different. So The last one, if we take the cat is on the mat, if someone says it's a sentence, but if it in a context means if someone is asking whether the cat is on the mat, then also the sentence will be the same with a question mark at the end, right? So while listening, will you be able to identify?
The way he is pronouncing the sentence.
Correct. That phonetics will tell you whether it is a question or whether it is a statement.
But what is the phonology? Phonology? This phonology is how it is different from phonetics. This is a phonetics, now how we are pronouncing.
Phonetics is so the when we speak, right, the pitch, loudness, and all will come as part of phonetics, and phonology is the pattern of sound.
Pattern of sound.
Pattern of words, like we are telling nice white rice. So if that particular pattern is put in a proper order, we will know it is the white rice and it is good.
A proper pattern means the chronological order, or in proper order we have to put the word. Generally it is phonology, and phonetics the how we are pronouncing the sentence, right?
Correct. Thus, the question and a statement how we are telling, that will come under the phonetics. Similarly, a word, each word will have a phonetics, right? So the same letter words, it can give different meaning. Those all come under phonetics.
Now phonology means you are telling that suppose nice white rice. This is the proper order wise I have made. That's why we can make out that is white rice is very nice. If I put nice in between white and rice, then it is not a proper order.
White, nice rice. Yeah, correct. City hall, parking lot. So city hall means if you just see the sentence, right? City hall, parking lot. It doesn't make much sense. But when you listen to that person, that someone talking, you will know there is a city hall and a parking lot, and within that city hall, that is what they are looking for.
Which one is right actually here? First one or second one? City hall, comma parking lot, and next one is city hall parking lot.
No, when you say city hall, right, it gives the meaning of a hall. We have, and when someone say parking lot, what will go to your mind first? It's a place for parking. Whereas when it comes to city hall parking lot, you will know, means it's basically that that order will give you different meaning. So now you know you have to go to the city hall first, and there is a parking lot.
Yeah, that means first one is right, no?
Now these are all different examples.
No, actually, city hall, comma parking lot. Another is city hall parking lot is there. City hall, comma parking lot means it's so that first you go to the city hall, then go to the parking lot. And next one is city hall parking lot. There is no stop, full stop, comma, nothing is there. That indicates how exactly how it is different. That's what I just try to understand.
No, I think these are three different words. So when someone says city hall, the hall is the one which takes the priority. Means, and when we say parking lot, parking is the one taking priority.
Okay.
The other way, when we say city hall parking lot, so you will understand because the priority of the words is changing.
But sometimes it looks that city hall together also it can take priority. Or see here first one it is so hall is a priority, then parking is a priority. Next city is giving a priority, then parking is giving priority. But somebody can claim that why hall next time also I will tell hall also priority, city hall together is the priority or hall is the priority. Now how will justify that one?
Yeah, no, there are errors, right? So some of it will go like that, but general.
Any logic is there? Any logic is there? Which one? How I have to select? This is a giving party and that is giving party. I just wanted to understand that perspective because first one, okay, city hall means hall is giving party, and there parking lot parking is giving. Next, city is giving party rather than hall, and parking is a priority rather than others. Lot. Now somebody can claim no, city hall together I will keep as a priority, or I will keep hall as a priority, then parking also priority. Then how will justify which one is the right and wrong? That is the question.
Anyone knows?
Because anybody can tell city hall is I will take as a combined word actually. I will not keep it separate. That's a just clarification I want. Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, we can. Otherwise, I will check and come back in the next session. So what I understood while going through it,
Yeah.
what I understood is like this. So, but I will come back on this.
That telling among this, suppose one particular sentence to tell among in this sentence which word is giving the priority. That way phonology you are trying to tell, right?
It is
In this
just.
case, phonology which one will.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Now, actually, suppose city hall parking lot, city hall, comma parking lot. Among in this sentence, if I wanted to know, means what I want. Which one is giving priority highlighted? That only you are telling that is the phonology. What is that phonology in this case?
Let me see whether I can get some more example. So what I will tell you what I understood when we say city hall. You know, there is some place where you need to go. The city is not the critical part here. And that will come in the pronunciation also, right? When we say city hall, the hall will have the more weightage in when we say.
Because this is first time city hall telling when hall will be meaning more, but when next city hall parking lot together, their city is highlighted. That time hall is not that much priority is given. That's why this doubt has come now.
But it is means. Can you spell that? Means can you read that sentence? The last part.
City hall parking lot. So city
So
in this
in
case,
that
city.
itself, when we speak, city and parking is getting that weightage, right?
Yeah, I understood because two word whenever will tell first word definitely you will give a more loudly. Then as much you start pronouncing, later it will be decreasing your that way. Maybe you can think. Okay, we can go ahead. Later we'll explore more.
Yeah, we can explore more. I will come back to that. So morphology, like we said, it is you will have a noun or verb and how you are modifying it. So either it's a adjective or adverb we are adding. So all those will come as the words constructed from that basic unit. So that also the dictionary will have the basic words, but what all different forms of words can be constructed, that will depend upon the morphology.
But what are the basic word? What are noun word is the basic word? Because here noun word li, if I add means it is becoming adjective, right? So basic word in this cases it looks friend is the noun word is the basic word then in these cases, right?
That's correct. So in dictionary, you will not see friendliness like that. It will not be there, right? So only the big.
I think someday some directory came up also. I think Oxford
Yeah,
is
yeah. No, it is there. But if you take the base dictionaries, it will have only the base words.
Yeah.
Rest of the words will not be, the morphological forms will not be there.
But anywhere told what are the words? Suppose what are the word will be the basic word actually? Because in these cases it looks the basic word is noun is telling as per the, but how the word is constructed from more basic unit. So in this case basic unit is a noun, friend. But
Correct.
that
So
is
we have learned the lemma and stemming, right? So the lemmas are the base units. So it is like for any word, if you take the smallest unit of word, meaningful word which you can create, that will become the base unit. Take the word happy. Happy is the base unit. Happiness will be the morphological form.
happy is the happiness is the adjective. Happy is the noun. How it will come in this case? Because here it is noun friend and
No,
LOI.
it may not, means noun is not the mandatory one, means it can be verb also.
Okay.
So only thing is it will be the basic meaningful word.
Okay.
So here they are telling, right, the suffix ly turns the noun into an adjective and verb into an adverb. So if a verb we are converting into adverb, then also the verb part will be the base unit. The converted part will be the adverb, will be the morphological word.
By the way, happy is adjective.
Now happy is a verb, right?
I just saw it on net. It's adjective.
Happy. I'm happy.
I'm happy.
Yeah, adjective.
Yeah, it can be adjective.
Yeah, I'm happy means adjective.
Correct. So that also, as a word happy, it's the base unit. So it need not be noun, it can be anything.
Is there any definition for the base unit? Like base unit, how do we define base unit?
In the, I will not say all dictionary. In dictionary, the meaningful word, whatever meaningful word you are seeing, that can, in this case, right, the cat is the base unit. Cat's dog, the S added, that is the morphology.
Okay, got it.
So child is the base unit, children is the changed word. So here undo, to do we are doing you un. So undo is a morphology changed word. Similarly, union is a changed. I don't know, base word we need to see. Unity might be the base word. So this we need to see for this one, what is the base word? Mostly it will be unity. So to a word, we can add a prefix or a suffix. So the middle word will become the base unit. The easy option is in the dictionary, whatever word is coming in, right? The base dictionary, those words will be the meaningful words. It will not be having all the forms of words. So that can be considered as the base unit. Do we have anyone doing NLP here?
Is there any method for making the syntactic sentence, or just we have to? And how any analyzing method is there? Which you are suppose there are 10 words is there, jumbled word is there. So if we know each word meaning, then only we can arrange in a proper way, syntactic format. Then only it will be sentence will be full meaningful. Suppose you are not clear about the 2-3 word and which word will keep in the sentence after which word. That if you are not clear, you can get confused to create the correct sentence. In that case,
That's correct. That's correct. So that's where in English, right, we have a subject, verb, and object. We can put subject at the first, and even object is also we can put at the first, right? But based on which is at the first, the sentence will be changing.
Yeah.
So that form will help us identify which is the subject and which is the object. I hit a bike.
Actually, this sometimes create problem in a meaningful sentence. Suppose I am going to school carrying some books. Okay, somebody will carrying books. I am going to school. Now you tell which one is the correct sentence based on
Both are
what?
correct, right? Both
No,
are correct, but
no,
based
teacher
on means
will
when you are
consider,
writing.
teacher will consider only one character. He will not give both the correct, and he will put some logic also in that. That is the point actually. I saw actually this scenario.
So I'm going to school carrying the books. I'm
Ah,
carrying the books and going to school.
yeah.
Both are right sentence, right? But
To us it is both the right, but when you go to the English teacher and all, no, he will put some logic, and finally he will conclude that one is right, another is wrong. I saw actually this type of scenario.
yeah, but the other way also is there. Means you will be given a sentence starting with object, sorry,
Ah,
subject, and there will be a question to convert it into object, right? The first word you have to convert to object. That means both the sentence meaning will remain the same, but you can change it, change the order of the sentence. I hit Ram. Ram was hidden by me. So both sentence will give the same meaning.
But they will put certain logic, no, that how you made active sentence or passive sentence or like that, something English teacher will tell.
Correct.
That way it is right or wrong, they will tell.
Correct. That's where the knowledge of English is very much mandatory in NLP.
That's what I'm asking actually, how actually those things have to be.
Because when someone write in the social media, we are converting that into sentimental analytics. So until and unless we can crack both the way people write, then only we will be able to arrive at the proper conclusion.
Is there any algorithm for making such kind of thing or anything is there in NLP that this is the proper strict?
No, we don't have to write sentence. Means they will not ask us to write sentence. Only thing is we have to read and understand the sentence. When we do NLP, we will not be writing sentence in the proper format. But from the given sentence, we should understand what is the meaning of that sentence. Okay, here there is a meaning. So John hit Bill. Bill was hit by John. So one is active and the other one is passive. John is the subject, hit is the verb, and object is Bill. The other sentence, Bill is it will remain the same. Subject and object will remain the same, and verb also remain the same, but the position got swapped. So all these statements will give the same meaning. So we should be able to understand.
What is the last WH?
Who John hit was Bill.
What is the within the bracket WH cleft?
That's who, what, why sentence, right?
Who, why? What is a cleft means?
Let me search.
Actually, last sentence, if we write, generally English teacher will not give marks. And what is?
You can convert it into an interrogative sentence. The first sentence is passive, active, and the last statement is a interrogative.
Yeah. What is this cleft? Cleft means what? CLEFT?
So if we are starting a sentence, if it is not with a question mark, but if we are starting with a WH statement, what, why, which, where, then it is called the WH cleft.
Okay.
I think we will have something more to learn because there are different types of cleft and all. So, but all these things we might need to learn for NLP. Next is semantic knowledge, what a particular word means. So one is syntax, the second is semantic. So like syntax is the structuring of the word. So here, what does it taste like? What taste does it like? So once the context changes, right? What does it taste like? You are eating something and someone is asking how it tastes. What taste does it like? It might be, we might be asking about a pet dog. So what kind of food you are giving? So the meaning itself is changing here, right? We have used the same 5 words. What does it taste like? But when we change the order, the meaning itself is changing. That I will come back. So this is pragmatics and discourse. The meaning of words and phrase in context. So if you read the first 2 lines, the meaning itself is totally different, right? The first statement, he got married and had a baby. The second, first he had a baby and then got married. So based on the context, the meaning also varies. So when we see the word, he rushed to the bank. You will not know which bank he rushed, right? But there was a first statement, it was mentioned. He was hot and desperate for a dung in the river. He rushed to the bank. So then this bank became river bank. So we are checking the first sentence to get the meaning of the second sentence. Okay. We have 10 more minutes. Yeah. Now, in this case, right, we have to start from. So now they added one more line. So in that case, the bank itself changed, right? So it's you should understand the complete context to get that. We cannot take a in between sentence to understand the word meaning, that contextual meaning. So it is like when you are doing the sentimental analysis, right? If you just search for the word happy or sad, you may not get the proper analytics. So the word in that context can be negative. That's what it is showing. So if you are just searching the word happy and marking it as a +1, the person might have written I am not happy. It's a negative, right? So you should go through the entire context and then only you will get to know what that particular word means. Yes, yes, yes. We have the NLTK libraries, so we can use that. Means for in Python we have all these, but still it means whichever library we are using, right? Some cases the domain knowledge matters. So if you have that domain knowledge, you will be the better person to tell whatever logic we are writing is correct or not. I will. Okay. For take a case, we have the place New York. If you take the word new, if you are searching for the word new, these countries like New York, New Jersey, everything will be giving +1 for that. So if you know your data has the word country and you have a country dictionary to eliminate it, so you will be doing some regex for it. Then such words you will be eliminating, and then you will you will be referencing to some dictionary or some DB, some tables, and then you will eliminate such scenarios, and then only you will be validating it. So that's where some of these contextual knowledge also, domain knowledge also matters here. Discourse I will cover in the next one. I need to go through this. So we will reconnect or okay. So the other important feature which we need to learn in NLP is regular expression. Some of you might be familiar whoever is using the SQL language or Java, right? You might be familiar with the regular expression. So it's kind of a format type. To search a text, right? Which format we need to give. So for example, the woodchuck we can write in all these different way. So do we know which one to choose? Means which method to write it? One option is we can use a like operator. But even if we use a like operator, right, you will be putting, you have to put lower, upper, all those things. The other option is you can use a regular expression.
I think regular expression is the right way, no? Okay.
Correct. In this case, regular expression is the right way. So for that, we are using something called distinctions. Distinction is nothing but inside the square bracket, right? If we are mentioning. So for example, for the woodchuck, if we are putting WW, it means both lower and uppercase we need to consider. And then we are writing. So it will match with both woodchuck and woodchuck. So similarly, if you want the S also to be matched, then you can put in bracket. In bracket that value. Similarly, 1 to 0, if you put any digit between 1 to 0 will be taken. the similar way, capital is A to C, it will consider all the uppercase letter. In this case, D and B will be considered. Small a to C, it will consider all the lowercase letters. And 0 to 9, it will consider the numbers. Any questions on this? So where it is useful is if you want to get the word happy from the, or take the example, you want to eliminate the word the from all the sentence. So THE can be small letter and capital THE will also be there, right? So if you want to eliminate it, you will be using that pattern. Can you tell me any disadvantage with that way of selection? Any issue with that way of selection? I'm putting capital T, small t and HE. So anything with the small THE and capital THE will be selected. Do you see any issues with that? In a Excel or in a notepad, if you do a find and replace of THE, hello?
Yeah, tell me.
You are not seeing any issues? You have a word theater. The first THE will be gone. Or the word them is there. THE will be gone, right? So for that, we have additional options. Now we are doing the selection. So there are some other additional options where we can do it in a better way. So one is negation. Negation is similar to what we have seen here. We are telling it will not contain the first case. It will not contain any uppercase. The second case is it will not contain any S. So like that we can tell. That is one such option. So in the case where THE comes in, right, always the THE will have a space after that. And it can start with a space or a full stop. Most of the cases, both sides, if there is a space, that is the suitable word to eliminate. So whenever we do a find and replace, right, we will put additional conditions so that we will not replace any important words. For example, I want to replace this arrow with something. Or take this profit. I want to remove this off and put a underscore here. I'm just doing, let's see. If you see, profit OF also went. So in order to avoid that, whenever I do the do this, I will make sure that this will have a space here and here. Now if I do the replace, the profit remains the same, only the OF got removed. So that's how we means whenever we use the regular expression, right? We cannot blindly use, but see the means we need to see the other criteria also. We cannot just blindly say we need to remove this particular word. If that word occurs in between, then it will create a issue. Correct. So, but the similar. Is it late? 10:30 already, right?
Yeah. Ma'am, in NLP, this question paper is available. Huh?
We have some papers also.
Yeah, can you share the link for that?
Manoj, you have that in the SharePoint, right?
Yeah, Chan.
Oh.
Okay, so this case, right? If we put this, this symbol is called caret. The what we call wherever we are using the 2 raised to symbol, right? That symbol is called caret, and it is used as a negation symbol in the regular expression. But in the third case, we are giving the caret e caret. So in this case, the first caret will be the negation symbol, and the second caret will be evaluated as a proper caret only. That it will search for that symbol and eliminate it. So if you, so in this case, right, it will eliminate e and it will eliminate caret also, caret symbol also. So in a line when you write, if you anywhere if you have this symbol, that will eliminate. Also anywhere e is there, it will eliminate. Correct. It's a range. A to C is a range. So from none of the capital A to C, if we put right, none of the capital letter, it will be. So most of the cases, for example, there is a field which has a phone number. To validate whether it's a phone number or not, they will be using caret A to C, small a to C. That means in that particular field, there will not be any alphabetical letter. So like that, means all these are kind of a validation. Correct. Correct. Let me see how many. Maybe we can stop. I will just quickly take these also. Yeah, no worries. So the other operator which we are using is pipe symbol. Pipe stands for a OR condition. So in any of the cases, right, you want to use a OR condition, you can use pipe in between. And similarly, so if you are reading a different text and consolidating something, so if people from India write, it will be COLOUR. And in US, the same word will have a mean. It will be COLOR, right? In US, so those things you will be able to figure it out with this pattern. So, for example, these will come in the photography industry. If you are, you have take the snap. There is something like so color printing. In both places, they will write one place it will be COLOR, the other place it will be COLOUR, and you want to provide a consolidated report. Then you need to eliminate this particular word, and then only you can create a single report, right? Otherwise, it will come. Take the example, some people put US and some people put USA. So when we consolidate, it cannot be a single report, right? So such scenarios. You here it is, previous character is a question mark. That's what they are telling. So similarly, O star. So anything before that star will not be mandatory. One or more of the previous characters. If it is a plus, it is one. One is mandatory.
Now, one question in third one, O plus H exclamatory, only O is increasing, H is 1.
H is always 1, right? H is after the star or plus. After the star or plus, whatever is there, that will be 1 only.
Oh.
So if we put O and star, then it will indicate that it can be 0 also. We can just have H star, H exclamation. Correct. O can come, but how many number of O's? If it is a star, how many number of O's is the question. So it can range from 0 to any number. The second case. I think yes. So O star is the first O. In this case, the first O is mandatory. They are keeping. The second onwards only they are keep making the 0 or more. Because here they haven't shown an example of H exclamation, right? So OH exclamation is needed, but in between how many O's we can define. The same here. Here one O we are telling. Here we are not keeping two O. This one is mandatory. In the first case, if we just put one O and then O star, sorry, instead of this O star H, if we are keeping, that means only H exclamation can also come. That's why they are adding 2O. Similarly, if you put dot here, that dot can be replaced by any character, like begin, begun. So any character can replace that particular word. Okay. So here we are taking two characters. One is caret and the other one is dollar. The caret says the start. So in this case, okay, caret A to not A to C. So Palo Alto, the capital ones we can eliminate. Similarly, the second case, it is not A to C and A to C. So here caret symbol also is coming inside. So all these pattern we can negate. A second. First caret is something different. Let me come back on this one. First caret. This indicates the first value. The first value should be a capital letter. Yeah. So here, if the caret is inside the double square bracket, then it is a negation. Here the caret is outside the square bracket, right? So that indicates the first letter is a capital. Similarly, in the second case, we are telling the first letter is not a alphabet. A to C and A to C we are negating. Here the whatever inside the square bracket, it is a negation function. Here we are telling it is not a alphabet, and then it is telling the first one. So the first letter here is a number. Similarly, the dollar sign, when it comes, it is showing the end. End of that particular statement should be dot. So in this case, it's a escape character. So the dot is mandatory. In the second case, right, we told before dot can take any value. That's where in this case, it can take any value. But only this thing, if it is a caret outside the square bracket, it stands for beginning. Any changes to the first character, if we need to do, we can use this. And if we want to do any changes to the last character, we can use dollar. Find me all the instance of the word the in the text. So if we just write THE, then it will miss the capital one. So we need to write T and THE. So if we do this in this case, right, the other theology, though this was the issue which we mentioned before. So all these words will be eliminated. So in that case, we need to put these conditions. There is no alphabet before THE and after THE. Instead of space, they are using this option. Negation. So if we write this right, then it will take only the word THE. So there are two issues with these kind of analysis. One is we will get some false positives, and there can be some false negatives. So in order to increase the accuracy or precision, we need to minimize false positive. To increase the coverage or recall, we need to increase the false negative.
Can you repeat last sentence?
So if we want to increase the accuracy, whatever this thing means, whatever analysis we are doing, right? For that accuracy, if you want to increase, we need to avoid the false positives.
Yeah, that's correct. The last one, coverage, if you wanted to increase, false negative.
So if we are telling, for example, take the example of a spam and ham. If we are categorizing, most of the mails are, the even valid mails are spam. Then that is an accuracy issue. But if we are giving lot of mails, means lot of spam mails in the inbox, then that process is not working. Then it will be a recall issue. If we have more false positive, like all the correct mails, we are classifying it as spam, then the accuracy is, it is inaccurate, right? Our valid mails go to spam and we have to, again, we may not notice at all. So that is a accuracy issue. Whereas we are seeing all the, means only 1% of the mail is going to spam and rest everything is there in the inbox. Then there is some issue with our logic. That is false negative.
Yeah, correct.
So regular expression is one such technique. We will learn other techniques. We can take the next other techniques in the next class.
Okay.
Sorry. No, now we have this tokenization. All those things will come, right? Those techniques also will come. But comparatively, NLP seems to be a simple subject. Not yet. That we some of the things we need to revise from the earlier ones, the TF-IDF, all those things whatever we have learned, right? So those we need to back of words, those we need to revise. Yeah.
That's not actually. That's why whether question paper is available, let us see 1, 2 questions and how the complexity of the question is there, whether this can sort out or not.
And maybe in the next session, right, we can take that. Okay. Yeah, and means we can just glance through it, and once we learn the concept, right, we can try to answer that.
Okay.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay.